All right, what's going on, everybody? So, Yankees split the doubleheader today. They did lose the series, but they did split the game. So, some bright spots. Let's see. Let's recap since it's the first time going on. Shout out to everybody, by the way, in the chat. Shout out to Joel, my consigliere, the King of Texas, Jimmy, Sean, Jonathan, Christopher Woods. Who else do we have in here? Brandon, Peanut, Mike Pellegrino. The whole gang is here. Lapari's here. Got a whole bunch of other folks here. Whole bunch of folks. Good job, everybody. Well, shout out to all you as well. Let's box score these both. Okay, the first game, I'm pulling it up right now. The Yankees did not win. They lost the first game 6-5. It was a little bit of an offensive back and forth. We did not get what we needed from Luis Severino, which is another reason why I say, Sunil, Al, what's good? Lorenzo, Davey, what's good, everybody? This is why I say about Severino, not re-signing him this offseason. Okay, it's just me, though. What's up, Winkton, man? And what else we got in here? But so first game, Jake Berger hit that home run to make it 2-0 in the second inning. They got Shoka with the RBI double, and they really Calhoun with that RBI single, make it 2-2. Unheralded guys, right? Unheralded guys getting these runs. And obviously Luis Robert and Yohan Moncada with those 2 home runs in the third, making it 4-2. Willie Calhoun brought it back to 4-4 with his home run in the fourth. Bottom of the fifth, Oswaldo Cabrera RBI single to make it 5-4. And then Eloy with that 2-run shot again to make it 6-5. And stats all together, Luis Severino, 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 runs. He gave him 3 home runs. So now what we need from him, 6 strikeouts. Jimmy Cordero to 2/3, clean with a walk and a K. Juan Peralta, third, clean. Michael King, 2 innings. Fortunately, gave up the game-leading home run. 2 hits and then 2 strikeouts. So he got roughed up a little bit today. Tommy Kahnle threw another clean inning. Kahnle's been looking pretty good, but that was the difference. Okay, now tonight, splitting the game, 3-0 win. Gleyber Torres with the 2-run shot to make it 2-0, and then Billy McKinney. Just fresh back from the Yankees, made it 3-0 with a solo shot in the fifth. So it's nice to see, right? Really, really nice to see. Now let's go to the stats here. Okay, we got Randy Vazquez made 5 2/3, 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 86 pitches. Ron Marinaccio, 2 1/3 of good pitching, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. And then Clay Holmes got the save with a clean inning. Vazquez got the win. Okay, so this is good stuff. This is really, really good stuff. So again, we need more out of Severino, man. He's really, guys are going to surpass him like Randy Vazquez to keep pitching like this and some other guys. So we need the consistency. Honestly, we need the consistency out of Severino. But now, what do we got here? Tom Cruise is here. Texas, that team. Canada's mad that judge broke their maple leaf since a while. It's a good one, Texas. Yeah, and if anybody's going to the game in New York, I would still protect yourselves and wear a mask. And air quality is still bad. It looks nicer, it looks better, but the air quality is bad. It's still unhealthy. It's essentially code red. So yeah, Didi's back in there. I put out a short earlier. He signed the minor league deal with the Seattle Mariners. I think he was eventually released. Didn't get picked up. Then he signed with the Mexican League. He's been hitting like 360. So the Mariners gave him a shot. And this is one of the things I said too. Like, this is one reason I think they're a good trade target with the Yankees, because a guy like Gleyber Torres could position himself as a good trade piece for the Mariners. So, he's better than Didi offensively. It's better than Colton Wong, who's their starting second baseman. So he can get us some value back. But again, these are the types of reasons why I consider trading Torres, because his lackadaisical throws, like he just threw in the 9th inning. Well, what the hell was that? So, it's too many of these things. Okay, the occasional good home run, okay, but we need more consistency. Okay, Sean Howling's in the house. Severino, yeah, dude. Yeah, by the way, hit the like buttons if you don't mind. Let's celebrate the Yankees win tonight. And, now they got Boston coming and Garrett Cole. It's Garrett Cole against Garrett Whitlock tomorrow. So that's going to be a pretty good one. So, Flores. What are you talking about? You talking about Florial, Davey? Joel, thank you, my consigliere. And you've been clear for physical therapy, so that's awesome. Now it's time to really put in the work and get better, right? And recover. You talking about Florial, Davey? He's gonna be one of the best options trade for starter, yeah. You talking about Torres, right? Yeah. I mean, in all my trade proposals, I'm trading him for pitching, and any trade proposal that includes Severino, I'm trading pitching for hitting and hitting for pitching. So that's what I think. Wink the man. I don't think Judge will be back for at least 4 weeks. I really don't. Same thing goes for Nestor Cortez. So, you know, yeah. Vasquez filled in admirably. I hope I hope he get a little bit more consistency. And I hope we see Matt Crook at some point in the bullpen throw some innings. Maybe he'll, maybe Garrett Cole go 6 or 7, and you get a couple innings of Matt Crook tomorrow. That'd be nice. Baskin, he was impressive. He was. Sean, we talked about this, right? Torres for Giolito. I think you'd have to add a prospect to Torres, but if you can get Giolito and Bummer, Torres and a prospect would be a nice trade. I think it'd be a nice trade. So, and another young dynamic offensive piece over there, and some pitching over here, starter and a reliever for the Yankees. To me, that's a reasonable trade. Texas, the king of Texas. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Lance Lynn didn't look that great. Both starting pitchers got hit, right? But the White Sox were a little bit more clutch than the Yankees. Again, they got to the Yankees bullpen. So, oh God, yeah, I think so, Senor. Smoking dust getting into his hell, right? Yeah. Okay, like what the heck was that? I just don't get it. Yeah, well, this is the other thing too, Jilly. I think you're right about that. We need Rizzo and Stanton to pick up the bats. We really, really do. Honestly, we do. I think they rushed Stanton back, honestly, and and now Donaldson's cooling off too. He's getting occasional home run, but I think they're going to keep an eye on Donaldson too. So Lorenzo, I just don't know if the White Sox are going to, because he's on a cheap, controllable contract. I'm not sure if the White Sox are going to move him or want to build around him. I could see them moving some other guys, but I'm not sure if he becomes available. I'm sure they'll look at him. He's a good-looking player, even though he's not lefty. There are certain exceptions that can be made. Luis Roberts probably one of them. That's the other thing about Sevy too. His velocity was down again. His movement was down again. So his velocity is now like 94ish, something like that, instead of 97, and with hardly any movement. So he's very hittable right now. Very hittable. So. Does Florial have trade value? Probably. I just don't know, because when they put him on waivers, like the DFA'd him, so no waivers, nobody picked him up. So nobody, not anything. So they must be seeing the same things the Yankees are seeing, and that's why in a package, maybe like if you put Florial in a package with Gleyber Torres, that's a nice package, really. So yeah, the weather's supposed to be better starting on Saturday in Lapari, so hopefully it's it's accurate. So it really is. The downward wind, it's supposed to be shifting this weekend, so hopefully that'll be helpful. What up, D-Rob? What's good, man? Oh, yeah, Julieta. You're right about that. It's terrible. Sevy was not good. Not good. No. Boring wing? No, it was good that the Yankees tied to split the doubleheader today. They lost the series again. Now they got Boston coming into town, so this will be a different type of test. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen, and we'll see how Cole does tomorrow against Boston, because he generally gets hit a little bit, especially against guys like Devers, and so it's going to be interesting to see. It really will be. What was Boone's reasoning to take out Billy McKay and put in DJ? Probably since he just came here, just signed here. He probably wanted a little bit more experience there. At the end of the day, it's really not a big deal because they won. So I got to do a show called The Honda Civic Yankees Players. Reliable, dependable, but not star players top 10. Oh, I like that, Davey. That's clever, man. That is clever. I dig that. Let me see what I can come up with, Davey. Let me see. Actually, let me take a photo of that so that I don't forget that, because that's a clever idea. And should we first play capture? It's more as punishment. Imagine that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I think if he after a few weeks, if he keeps going downward, then they can move him, and you just call up Oswald Peraza. Do it. You do it. You do it. You do it. So you wouldn't trade for Giolito? Why not, Ron? He's reliable innings eater, and he no hit the Yankees for 6 innings the last game. So he's decent. And again, I at this point I want somebody who can just give us reliable innings. So Giolito's one of those guys who can do that. But I get what you're saying. But what would you rather do? Is my question. So bada bing, bada boom, Betty boop. What's a good word, lifer? I like it. I like it, man. Outfield was Calhoun, McKinney, Bowers in there. Yeah, our outfield did the thing today. They did the thing today. All three of them. Mm-hmm. Who'll be the wild card for the Yankees lineup tonight? It's a good question, Brandon. Be nice if it were like McKinney or Bowers or something like that. But I mean, the guys are doing pretty decent. So, I mean, a wild card might be somebody that's not up here just yet, Brandon. That would be my guess, Brandon. Yes, he is turning into Chuck Knobloch. Can't throw the ball. It's crazy. Yeah, Lewis Roberts good. So, and I do hope Vazquez can keep it up too. So, cardboard. Who's got more Trayvon cardboard or Florian? Well, it's a clever question. I'll give you that much. You know, it makes sense too. No, bring up who? PE. Who's that, Mike? What you talking about, man? What you talking about? Yeah, Vazquez. Shout out to Vazquez that he was good, and yeah, Beatty will return soon too. Yes, yes, he did. He looked good, Saucy. Sandin Judge with the most home runs anyway since 2010. Maybe both a bit on clutch. Well, you're not wrong there, Julieta. You're not wrong with that about that. Huh? And nobody mentions how bad people have been talking about this for days, Dave. DJ. Nobody's mentioning Gleyber Torres. You know? People have been talking about it for days, Dave. Sometimes the only thing that people are talking about. So, yeah. I wonder what they're going to do, Sunil. I really do. I really do. Severino and just behind him. So, Do I think Judge will return on the 4th of July versus Baltimore? Maybe, Link. Maybe. I don't know. Greg, I hope so. Judge and Cortez. I mean, you gotta be smart with both, especially Judge too right now because of the toe. You got a PRP injection. He's got to get to full recovery because he needs his toes in order to be able to plant his feet properly and use the rest of his lower body. So that's something that they need to be smart with. Do not rush him just because he's your franchise guy. Don't do it. Got to be smart about these guys. Cortez, I think it's another, the shoulder. I think it's overused too from last year. Honestly, Greg, I really do. But Stanton's not ready to roll yet. And Donaldson kind of is all or nothing, yeah. Yep. Rizzo looks a little bit. He looks a little bit mechanically off Texas, not defensively, offensively. So I agree with that, Texas Buckeye. Stanton's cold right now. He takes a while to get back into the groove once he comes off the IL. So we got to stop getting him on a friggin' IL, right? So, but yeah, Peraza would be. I think Ethan. I couldn't agree with you more. Well, Bader's scheduled to come off the IL tomorrow, Mike, but I don't know if that means he'll be ready to. So we'll see. Hopefully. Newsday word life. Well, Matt Crook's back up. Didi Gregorius signed with the Mariners today on a deal. So nothing crazy word lifer, but some fun stuff. Some fun things. Blockbuster for the deadline would be nice. Jonathan Taylor would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping Julieta that he shows up against Boston. We need a good Stanton there. We really, really do. So we really do. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna move. I don't think they're gonna trade deadline Ethan. I mean trade Stanton. I doubt it. I'd be shocked. So, but I agree with Joel too. I don't think Beta will play. I think they're gonna. I think it's gonna be a few more days. How's now's the time to trade Torres for it gets. I've said it. I've said it for a while. Joe Kelly would be kind of cool. I mean, I would like Aaron Bummer or Garrett Crochet before Joe Kelly, but it's really hard to be disappointed with Kelly either. He's a gamer and he's a good late inning guy. What a big arm. So yeah, Calhoun had a nice little shot there, Winked man. Yeah, he did, baby. Hit ones to the moon. Ralph Crampton style. You might be right. Rizzo's neck could be still bothering him. Ivan, people think I'm crazy, Jonathan. And I've said it's time to consider trades for Severino and trades for Torres. People think I'm nuts, but we'll see. DJ's definitely slumping, but this is not the first time. And guys from the Yankees slump a lot, unfortunately. So I do think DJ will pick himself back up. When I don't know, but hopefully sooner than later. Yeah, Sterling. Oh, John Sterling, man. Yeah. Oh, Dave, this is what happens. He had that one good year, 38 home runs. People thought he was going to be this massive superstar. So many unrealistic expectations from folks that nobody wants to admit it. One good year, great, but he hasn't been any close to that player, or even close since then. So, and again, we have a guy here that's on the cheap for 6 more years who can comparable offense if given the chance, and he's a superior defender. He's the best defender in the whole entire system. To me, I'd rather play Peraza and move Torres, which Torres has trade value. Doesn't mean I don't like the guy, I do, but the Yankees have holes. They need to get better in certain areas, and Torres is a guy that can help them do that. That's what you do when you have excess at a position. You trade from depth and excess to try to address areas of weakness. So, we'll see what happens. What happens, we'll see. Word life with the ground on my Sevy for Jack Leiter. I mean, stronger for us. Texas would never trade Jack Leiter for Severino, but I wouldn't complain at all. I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that, Ethan. He's missed a lot of games last year. He still hit 30 home runs. Yeah, I mean, DJ's looking pretty bad right now, Joel. He is. I am confident he'll rebound, but we'll see. Yeah, exactly, Seth. We're back to 9 games out. It's crazy. This is the thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't be surprised if they move on from Donaldson at some point, even before the deadline. Don't be surprised. If he keeps kind of trending downward, it makes sense to do it. Why do they need to fire Cashman, Johnson? Who are you going to replace him with? What are your thoughts, Jonathan? Peraza can play the hot corner, but I think his best position is shortstop, Ethan. But yeah, he can play third base and second. He's the best shortstop defensively in the system. I would put him at short and move Volpe to second. Sanchez, who? You talking about Gary? He signed with the Padres. And I doubt they would get him again. But he is with the Padres right now. Yeah, I hope Stanton turns it on against Boston. I really do. Really, really do. So, yes, we do, Anthony. Hopefully, we will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sanchez hitting some home runs and this, that, so good for him. What big trade would I put together? I mean, I would go and make a trade with Chicago right now, before other teams in the AL East pounce earlier. So, bang, zoom. You going Ralph Cramden style right there, D-Rod. I love it. It's probably some one deal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in Texas, they tend to go to him, right? It's just like mop up work or just get this guy out when other guys are struggling. And he's pretty good at that. I got to give it to him. He's pretty good at that. So, Yankees have never had, well, just, I mean, they're doing well, but they've lost a lot of quality relievers, too. Right now, Ian Hamilton's on the IL. They've lost Efrost. They've lost Luke Trevino. I mean, Ryan Weber. I mean, that's at least four guys right there that the Yankees could be using. So, but still got a good pen. No. Yeah, they won't get equal value back for Stanton. There's no way. Yeah. All right, we got 40 likes. Maybe can we get the 50 gang? Hawaiian Aloha, my man. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I can't see Sanchez back in here either. I don't know how else I could. But again, not everybody agrees with me, Lorenzo. So, and I get it. I get it. You know, but I would trade two of them, both of those guys in separate trades. Try to maximize the return, unless you can get some monster return in one trade. But we'll see. Pereira, not yet, Dave. As far as we know, he's not ready yet for majors. So, um, 300 batting average, win championships, not home run, huh? We definitely could use some of that, Ethan. That's for sure. Right? This is talking about players who would you put on the trade block, but who would you put on the trade block to get a value for? Have you been watching my video series, Anthony? I've been putting out trade videos every day. But I said this too. I think you can get value for Torres. You can get some value for Severino. But again, he's got to pitch more consistently. He's got to pitch consistently well. Torres, I think you can get. He's 26. He's got another year of control. So you know he's those are the two guys I would move. And then you might have a reliever too that you can move to. So can we get Ben? They're not going to. Have you seen how terrible he looks in the outfield, Ethan? He looks terrible defensively, and he's not really hitting that much either, Benny. So they're getting more production from Willie Calhoun and Jake Bowers than they are at Benintendi for $15 million a year. So, and he didn't want to be in this market. So, that's what it is. Can Warfare play? I don't know. It's a question. I know Austin Wells has been he profiled and he's done a little bit of first base. So, I don't know about Royfet. It's a good question. I mean, I'm guessing because he's a skilled catcher, so I'm sure his defense will translate over. But I'm just not sure if he's ever done it before. So, do I think the Yankees should with the Cubs for Cody? I've actually done a trade video, Jonathan Taylor, recently about Cody. It's a guy worth looking at. But he's not going to be the answer. Like the one do answer. The Yankees I think they need to make a couple of trades. So Torres is going to get better. Okay, eventually slot at third. He's better. Peraza is better at shortstop than he is at third. But I get what you're saying. But I would still move Torres personally. But if they don't, they don't. Yeah, I mean, believe me, we're life. If they can get Jack Leiter for Severino, I mean, you gotta jump on it. You gotta jump on it. So, you know, give Sabian the job. What's Sabian gonna do, Jonathan? Thoughts on Luis? He's hitting extremely well, Lorenzo. In the National League is a good fit for him. And it was a good trade for both teams. But I'm not surprised. He's a good hitter. He's a good hitter, Lorenzo. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, he's the fire Cashman stuff. I mean, he's not the reason. And you could put any GM in right now and if they had all these injuries, they wouldn't be doing much better. So he's not the guy that's injuring all these players, unfortunately. So, Best bat the Yankees. I don't know, Seth. That's a good question. I think that the market will materialize more before the deadline. But right now, if Cody Bellinger's one of them, I'm not exactly sure what the other bats are going to be available yet, just yet. So that's going to be something I'm going to be monitoring a lot, Seth. So I'll have more intel for you on that. His Torres, yeah, Andre. Torres is very streaky, very hot, very cold, very hot, very cold. So that inconsistency, and especially in the defensive side, we just falls asleep. I think they need somebody who's more locked in, particularly on the defensive side. The Mets tear it down. They might, Dave. They might. All right, we need 6 likes to 50. Joe, I'm with you, man. Outfielder and a third baseman. Well, they got Donaldson. I think until Donaldson, they make a decision on Donaldson. If they do, um, and at that point, Oswald Peraza, I think, should come up. But who knows what they're going to do? Honestly, who knows? All right, 50 likes. All right, gang. Good job. See if we can keep bumping it up. Why do so many players fail in New York? I think it's a combination thing, Seth. And I've said this before too, like pressure, and sometimes the Yankees try to change these players once they get here, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that. You brought the guy because he's good, whether pitching or whatever. Why are you trying to change him? Enjoy the good stuff that you traded him for, or you traded for him, right? Let him be who he is, instead of trying to change him, blowing it up, and then having him to go elsewhere and be good again. What the hell is the point of that? Stop trying to change him. Let the guy be good. No, that's just my two. That's just my 2 cents on that. Nah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Hal's caught blocking him or not. Cashman. It's a good question, man. That George Sanders no more. Hal is not like his father. If we fire Cashman, who'll replace him? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, you gotta follow the Hal Steinbrenner, Randy Levine. You gotta fire that. You gotta follow that way. So, and I think it's important to Sox are selling. Why not try to get Benny back? They're not. He didn't want to be here, cheat. So why would they give up a lot for him? That's the thing. And I can't see them. He didn't want to be. He didn't want to be in this market, so I don't think he'd want to be traded here. I'd unload for Stan Otani and try to work. If you get the Angels to take Stanton, you're gonna have to give him probably Volpe, Dominguez, and Peraza for Otani. If they're gonna take Stanton, there's no way you're gonna get Otani without at least 2 of those guys as well. I can't see that happening. That would be a crazy trade. I mean, that would be balls to the wall trade. I like Bowers too. Ethan. Yeah, Volpe's gonna be fine. He's developing slowly, so it's just he's a rookie. So same thing when it happened with Jeter. Same thing happened with a lot of the rookies here too. So but that's true too. Chris Stanton would have to approve. He'd have to waive an clause. Julietta's got the plan right here. Fire him and then rehire him. Then after a week, refire him. I like it. I like it. Yeah, right now he's playing better than Benintendi IKF. So yeah, on the cheap too. Well, exactly. Texas he got a weak arm. He showed that today too, and he wanted out. So yeah, I mean, it's Sunil. It's worth looking at, right? Austin Wells, because he did. He's had a little bit of first base, and they said he profiles better sometimes as a first baseman. He may eventually like be a Joe Mauer, start as a catcher and move to first base. So just something to think about, Sunil. I'm really curious to see what they do after Volpe. So Ian Happ, well, he got an extension in the off season before the Cubs, so I don't know if they're gonna move him. Honestly, I just don't know. Cheats, but you never know, man. You never know. Yeah, the kids coming up and the non-heralded players like the Calhouns of the world, like they're all doing well. So Ben Worfit, we need to get Ben Worfit back up here, Seth. Right? We do. I'm gonna say probably July, Ollie, for Judge return. Um, dude, if you can, I mean, if you can get Jack Leiter, you know, that's a high end pitching prospect. So yeah, he's Sunil. He's Clay Bellinger's son. Yeah, that's Clay Bellinger's son, Cody. Former Yankee Clay Bellinger from the '90s. That's his boy. If I can unload Stanley for Otani, yes, but the chance of that happening are almost 0%. And we wouldn't have the prospects. Well, exactly, we wouldn't have the prospects to address anything else. That's the other thing too, Ethan. So it's a tough. That's a tough one. It really is a tough one. And yes, he is Texas. He's a pro's pro. Yes, he puts in the work. Buck, just plays quietly. He's out there and he hustles and does his job. Takes ownership when he messes out. Like that's the type of guy I love to have. Really, it's beyond annoying, Ali, that they can't stay healthy. It's crazy. I've never seen a team get injured this much. You know, McKinney, man. Exactly. I like that, Howard. Every team in the AL Central has that's crazy, man. That's freaking nuts. All right, we're almost at 60 likes. Maybe we can get 60 likes. Yeah, hereabouts. You're right about that. It's a lot of streakiness going on at the same time. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it really is. So, and they do need bat. I mean, that's one reason they brought in Sabian and Mania too to help with drafting and player development. So hopefully they get an opportunity to do this. Will be their first draft together. So more lefty bats. Jonathan, yes, I would agree. And the Marlins are doing well. Yeah, Alcantara's not really doing that great, but Marlins. hmm And that's the thing too, Evan. I mean, this is rare too. Ian Hamilton saying the reason he was seeing success is because New York let him play to his strengths. I wish they would do that to other players. They didn't do that with guys like Sonny Gray. They didn't do that with guys, like a lot of these other guys they traded for. They wouldn't do that. So even Jordan Montgomery, even though they didn't trade for Montgomery, they didn't let him play. They tried to change him too. So yeah, Peraza, I think he's would be a good idea to have him here up here. Oh, this is true too. Sure. Yeah, Chris. He didn't even get the Yankees an interview when he was afraid. That's just true. So yeah, we got to start winning and get the morale back up. I would agree. Gamble on picking up if Zach Plesac gets released. I know he's been DFA'd, but if becomes officially released, then there's no nothing attached to signing him. You can sign him on the cheap, and I mean it's definitely worth looking into if you can get him on the cheap and put him in AAA. Heck yeah. Trade? No, I can't see them. I can't see them trading Peraza, Ethan. I just can't. Stanton for Verlander. Oh my God. Jock, Cody. Yeah, I mean, those guys are going to be targets, Ethan. Do I think Otani can play in New York? Yeah, I do. I just don't know whether he would or not sure. Not sure. New York is a different beast than California market. I mean, the Bronx market is just brutal. If you're not, you can't handle. If you don't embrace yourself and embrace the culture, they can eat you alive. They can eat you alive. There's no doubt about that, right? So they've got to get used to that type of stuff. But I just don't see Otani coming here. And I would agree too with Texas. The Volpinator is going to develop fine. I agree. Yeah, yeah. But an extension has to be part of any trade for like an Otani. There's no doubt about it, Davey. No doubt about it. Because the fact is, they're more than one player away from winning the World Series or getting to the World Series. I don't think they'll trade Volpe. I can't see that. So, and Austin Wells, I could see up here. If he, I think he'll get promoted to AAA soon. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I think honestly, I think Ethan. I think Otani's going to go to the Dodgers or Seattle Mariners. Those are my two trades, my two teams. And if he rolling into the chat, rolling into the live stream, what is good? All right, you Kimura some people today? Hmm? Judge, you might be right, John. Tell him. I'm gonna say it's at least that. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, D-Rod, I mean, the Yankees have won without him too, so I hope that they stay close to a degree without Judge. I really, really do. Oh, David Robertson again, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. He's struggling over there with the Mets. So are a lot of their pitchers. Seth, I mean, couldn't agree with you more, my friend. Couldn't agree with you more. Severino should have been fined by the kangaroo court for endangering the. Nice one, little more. I like it. Endangering the monuments with the Robert's home where he gave up. That's good, dude. Yeah, well, this is true too. I mean, gotta give him credit for that. He owns his bad starts. Yep, 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 yep. How can they prevent all these? I mean, they've got. I mean, look, I think they need to look into their warm-up routine, how to stay loose during the game, like strength and conditioning, a whole bunch of different things. Man, I'm not there, so I don't know exactly what they do, but there are things that you can do to stay loose, and throughout the game, just to be game ready. But and obviously a lot of other things too. So, but again, I'm not there myself, so I can't see what they do. But in terms of keeping people healthy and game ready, that's something I'm familiar with. So he started out slow in 2009 too, yeah, and George Trent to trade the whole team, but he didn't, thankfully. So Acuna, oh my, freaking Acuna. Oh man, Miss Tanaka, yeah, he really embraced being a Yankee. I miss Tanaka too. I really, really, really do, Davey. I fear this too, Lewis, but I hope not. You know, to do whatever it takes to get Otani, trade or sell anyone outside of 99. It's gonna cost. I mean, so you're gonna give him Volpe, Peraza, Dominguez, and more. Maybe those three. Because Otani's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year. So they offered more than that, and they got turned down at the deadline. So Torres, Stanton, Donaldson for Scherzer. Imagine that, Dave. Would be freaking nuts. It'd be freaking nuts. Oh man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting Bader back. I really, really am. So I really am. What do we part with to get Cody Bellinger? Everson Pereira, and probably another prospect. Probably similar for both because they're both outfielders. So Everson Pereira is one of the top outfield prospects. You give him up, and then you give up another prospect or something. So I think somewhere around there. That's at least what I would give up from the Yankees. I'm not saying that I predict that's what it'll cost because I'm not really sure. Teams are going to obviously ask for more if they're playing well. Yeah. Yeah, Rodon had a really good batting practice session yesterday to some live hitters, and he's got one more, and then apparently they might start him on a rehab assignment. So it's supposed to be, I think, Sunday or Monday his next pitching live hitter pitching thing. So that's good. You and that's the thing too, Dave. Yeah, he said he didn't really want to. So, and I just don't think a trade for Otani is going to happen personally. So, but yeah. The expectations are high, Ethan. I mean, he was also painted as the next Derek Jeter, and I think those expectations are kind of crazy. He's got to let him be the next Anthony Volpe. So, D-Run, yeah. Yeah, we need a freaking healthy Bader, that's for sure, Seth. Stanton, Torres, and Volpe for Mike Trout. Oh, wow. That'd be a tough one. My problem with Mike Trout is he's 31. He's also on the wrong side of 30, like Judge. You know what I mean? But that's Mike Trout, so the best player in the generation. And I think the mean is probably not until 2024, Wink. Probably not. Yeah, I would promote Spencer Jones to AA and Austin Wells to AAA. 100%, Steven. 100%, brother. No. This is true too, Texas. Bader's our yes, he's our best center fielder. No doubt about it. So, yes, they did, Rose. They lost 2 out of 3 for the White Sox. Yeah. Yeah. Bader coming back Tuesday now again. All right, okay. Jose Ramirez first 3 home runs, nice. That guy's a stud. Stud. Paul Blackburn. I'm hesitant trading for Oakland A's pitchers, honestly, Dave, because we have so much bad luck getting pitchers from the A's. Yeah, you would think so, right? I mean, Cole's definitely a workhorse. He's always been that way. I think he benefits most from the pitch clock too, whereas other pitchers hate it. Seth, you're not wrong. Cashman does trade for injury-prone players sometimes, yeah, and sometimes these guys like Monte's got a clean bill of health, and then turned out to be shit, right? Some of these other guys clean bill of health, and turned out to be garbage. So I don't know if the doctors are lying to him. The whole thing stinks. That's got to change. Honestly, the transparency thing's got to change. So, um, you know, that stuff's got to change. Well, exactly. I want players who want to win no matter what. I'm with you there, man. I'm with you there, Davey. Yeah. Me and the more trades Oakland, seriously, Sunil. Yeah. Maybe I'll get a hitter, but not a pitcher. Yeah, exactly, Chris. He was the best available pitcher. We were told he was healthy. And people begged him for him, right? And he got him. Weren't going to get Luis Castillo. And um, they offered Volpe, Peraza, and Dominguez, and got turned down. They wanted Wells also. They wanted their 1, 2, 3, 4 prospects from Cincinnati. And then Cincinnati wanted the Yankees 1 through 4. They got 1 through 3, 5 from the Seattle Mariners. So they got a haul back too for Castillo. And obviously, Seattle extended him to a 6-year deal too. So, um, that's the way it happens. That's the way it happens. Maybe they liked Seattle's prospects better. So, yeah, Tanaka returned to Japan. Yes, he did. Cole Tanaka would have been fun to watch, Sean. Yeah, Bader was money in the playoffs. I hope he's money again. That's for damn sure. And the toe, you got to be careful with the toe. With Aaron Judge, you got to be very careful. So, Dominguez is not ready. He's not even close, Ethan. No. Not even close. Not even ready for AAA. George Calhoun. Yeah, he is, Rose. That's right. Calhoun's he's our new stud in town. Juliet, there we got Trey Glaber, Stanton, DJ plus Rodon, Lemine, St. Praza. Theoretically, it'd be kind of nuts, Juliet. I don't think they're going to trade Rodon. I don't know what somebody's going to pay for Ohtani. I do think he probably gets moved at the deadline now. I do. Where? I have no idea. I would agree too. I don't think they're going to trade for Ohtani without an extension agreed upon. So that's got to be part of it. Mike Trout's got a couple back things. I mean, they want the bigger back issues. Clayton Kershaw, constant. Mike Trout, you're right. Mike Trout has had some injury annoying issues over the last 2 years. He really has. No. What do we got here? Yeah. Well, I would agree here, Rose, too. I think he's going 100% going to free agent route. So unless somebody thinks he's one player away and he's got to help that team win the World Series, otherwise it's it's going to be you're going to lose him for everything, and he'll go to free agent somewhere else. So it's a risky proposition, right? So, but I mean, the Angels would be wise to move him and get a haul back, try to replenish the whole entire team. But we'll see if they actually do that. So, and nobody's helping anybody on the IL. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. What prospects do you think we'll see in September? Maybe Will Warren. Peraza, maybe Everson Pereira, maybe even an Austin Wells wink, something like that. So yeah, I can't see Angels parting with Otani to the Yankees. I just can't see it. And it does sound like Montez can come back maybe by September, so maybe he'll be a long relief or something like that. Maybe we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would let Volpe just be Volpe. Let him develop who he's going to develop into. You know what I mean, Davey? Bader's definitely a spark plug. Could be. Trout could be in decline. I think, again, I wouldn't trade half my farm for the wrong side of 30, even the best player in baseball. So, and that's the key. Yeah, Bader definitely brings the swag and the hustle. He's got an energy, and the vibe is just great when Beta's on the field. So, but we need to see him play. You know, Cashman shouldn't be allowed to be in the forefront of trades, considering he gets Infinity Stones for everything required. And unfortunately, you're not wrong, Sunil. You are not wrong, brother. Yeah, I think the injury bug is just what's crippling this Yankee team. So, yeah, thankfully the Yankees don't have to pay him $30 million a year, Stanton. Thankfully, you know what I mean? So, disappear again injury. So I think they're trying to figure out a way to move on from Donaldson. I really do. But we'll see if he continues to hit, a home run every third game or something like that, or whatever, a clutch hit. So, other than that, I think he'll be gone at some point, maybe even by the deadline. No. Well, exactly, Steven. Yeah, I mean, he's barely hitting 200 in double A. He's not even ready for triple A yet. So, man, I get it, though. Yeah, Peraza did pretty well in the show last year. So, and with a limited sample size, he did pretty damn well. He really, really did. So, I think he'll be fine. Otani for cash. Imagine that showing a team. Shoot, it'd be kind of crazy. You cannot turn down the house for a player who costs that much. Burn down the house. No, you can't, Tex Buckeye. You're absolutely right, my friend. 100% right. I can't for Otani. And the Angels might have to add somebody to Otani to make it reasonable for the Yankees to move an IKF. Right? Yeah, I mean, he's a great player, Otani. That's for damn sure. And he's in his prime. He's in his prime. Oh, well, that's the thing too, which is why I don't think I'm less than 50%. Otani gets traded, but somebody would probably be willing to overpay. It's just a question of whether the Angels will actually do it. You know? Yeah, I think the Yankees need to make a couple of deadline moves and shake things up. I don't want to rely on Montez either or some of these other guys, so I just don't. Neither do I, Jonathan. I'm with you there. Um, yes, it's true, Chris. You're right about that. If you're serious, you're right about that, dude. He doesn't have the Civic. Yep. Yeah, I like it, Davey. And Seth, you're 100% right. I think a lot of folks don't like Donaldson, Tiffany. I think a lot of folks would agree with you. They really would. You can, Sunil. I think they're just waiting to see if a couple weeks go by and he's not playing well. Then it makes it easier for them to justify DFAing him. Well, yeah, you go Texas. That's right, man. Yeah. Yeah, he's hitting him in the 170s right now. So, yep. Here's a sub hatchback. Nice. Yeah, I mean, the jury's out on whether Otani would, do well. I mean, as a guest, he hits well in Yankee Stadium, beats the Yankees up pretty well. But as a Yankee, it could be different. Why can't the team pick it up? It's not having enough behind them, Christopher. It's a lot. I mean, it really is a lot. I mean, we need other guys to be healthy too. We need Beta to be back. We need Nestor to become Nestor again. So, we need this stuff. Do they sign DJ? He's a free agent. Who? Who you talking about, Tiffany? Yeah, comparing. Yeah, these comparisons to like guys like Babe Ruth, and it's like, you talking about Babe Ruth? Like, it's crazy. I don't think he's going to get booed in Japan, John. It's a different culture there. Yeah, exactly, John. They most likely will play Boston series. I mean, he's definitely a hybrid. He's the best hybrid player in the world. That's for sure, Otani. I'm talking about Otani, Ethan. But yeah, I mean, Otani is amazing. He really is. He's the best two-way player in baseball, that's for sure. And that's the thing too. I mean, I don't see the point in really discussing Otani. I just can't see. Have a great night too, Lapari. Um, I'm not, Dave. I'm live streaming with you guys. I'm not watching the Mets game. Yeah, it would be Peraza. I think Peraza. If Donaldson gets DFA'd, I think it'd be Peraza. This is true too. He would not negotiate with a AL East Coast team. This is true. Hawaiian, this is right. Ozzy Albies or Torres, you would trade. Possibly. Not sure if the Braves would do that. Do you think they would do that? Yeah, you're not wrong there, Texas. This is true. Bench. DJ LeMahieu. I don't know. I mean, he's not a free agent, so they still have a couple years left. Tiffany, so. And generally, that's a hard question to answer because he's still in the midst of a couple of years of his contract left. So he'll probably be much better than a month from now. So we'll just say, and then people would change their tone. Would you re-sign him? Probably. So it's a tough question to answer, at least for me. At least for me. All right, we got 74 likes. 74 likes, Texas. Wow. Okay. All right. Maybe we can get 26 likes to 100. Maybe we can. I'm gonna wrap it up in a few minutes anyway, but if we can get to 100 likes, that would be phenomenal, gang. And appreciated. Braves just beat the Mets 13-10. Wow. Oh, Braves. Well, I mean, the Braves are a better team. So, Boone wears 17. Yeah, he does. For an IL. Yeah, maybe, Sonia. Yeah, maybe. Reserve for an IL. Just call up for a DJ Rizzo, right? Yeah, I mean, like if DJ and Rizzo went on the IL, you'd have to call Peraza and Chaparro. Like, really. Yeah, boy. We just did a trade with the Dodgers. Yeah, that's still the last Dodgers Yankees trade they had. Oh, was Joey Gallo for Clayton Beater, who's one of the more exciting prospects. So I'm hoping that it keeps working there. We'll just run out of numbers. Julia he has now. Let me pull up, see if he's have made any roster moves here. Oh no, yet, but let's have a look because sometimes they make roster moves after games. So let's have a look here before I wrap it up. No, this is a good point too, Texas. Yeah, not bad. Letting them look at the game. See, yep, they need time. Let them slow exactly. The game slow down. Let them develop. And this is the time if you can learn and develop in the New York market, then you'll be pretty good anywhere else. So I'm confident of that. Braves trade for ex-Yankee hurler. Who's this? Oh, they got Ben Heller, former Yankee, in a trade from the Rays. Okay. Braves had some bullpen help there. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else. No roster moves yet. No, nothing yet right now. So, but you never know. Never know. They're going to continue to make moves. So, scrolling a little bit more here now. Nothing yet that I've seen. Steve Sachs from the Dodgers. You might be right, Davey. Beater might get the call up too. I think Will Warren would be a little bit before him, but don't be surprised if Beater gets the nod too. Some good pitching arms there. Really good pitching arms. Him and Warren. Wow. Rays, yeah. Rays are always making some kind of trade. Yeah, the Mariners signed Didi to a minor league deal. Yeah. Yes, indeed. After he fizzled out with the Phillies, then he went to the Mexican League. He was hitting like 360, and then he drew the interest of the Mariners, so who need more offense. So, good for him. I always like Didi. Chaparro deserves a call. Yeah, I mean, Chaparro and Peraza, honestly, it's even like both of them. I honestly wish it was a 30-man roster so they don't have to worry about these types of things. Or, you can only make this guy up, but it can't bring, you got to keep this guy up, but this one stays down and blah, blah, blah. Just makes it difficult for them to continue to move guys up and promote guys, which sucks, but that's Yankee land, right? So, Didi can play third. Yeah, he's versatility. He's athletic, so. Mariano Duncan. Damn, nice. Yes, I am tired, Christopher. I'm going to wrap it up in a second, too. I had a long day. Very long day. So, Mariano Duncan, wow. Yeah, I will wrap this up, gang. So, they split the doubleheader. They lost series. Boston's, coming now. It's Cole against Garrett Whitlock tomorrow. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday series against the Red Sox. And then you got the Mets coming. It's going to be a tough month for the Yankees. It really a tough month. But peace and love to all you. Thanks so much for coming on. Hit the like button on the way out if you don't mind. Let's try to get to 100. We always try to get to 100 likes in these streams. Wish the Yankees could have had Julio Rodriguez almost. Huh. That would have been crazy, Julieta. I would have been breakdancing for that one. Yeah, they traded for Kevin Brown. Yeah. Mariana Duncan, baby. But yeah, peace and love to everybody. Thank you again. Appreciate all yous. And Texas, King of Texas. And then Mike Consul, yeah, and everybody else. Love to all yous. Be back tomorrow. Lineups, news, everything else. Peace, everybody. Over now.